figured I'd do a video on my welders. You know, you guys have seen my milling machines, my lathes, and whatnot. So why not show you guys some of my welders? This is going to be most of them. I do have one or two laying around that are kind of hidden that I can't get to right now, but these are the majority anyway. This is a prime weld 225 amp AC DC welder. I absolutely love this welder. It's amazing. I don't know what half of this does, 3/4 of this does, I mean. But I like the fact it's AC and DC, so you know you can do alumina if you need to. It has the pulse feature. It has a stinger if you want to do stick welding. My biggest turn on to this welder, and basically the reason I bought it, was the warranty. It's got, I think it's either a 3 or 5 year warranty. Basically anything goes wrong with it, they fix it, no questions asked. And online, all the reviews about these welders were extremely well. Now, I haven't been able to use this a whole lot since I bought it, but you know, from what I've used it so far, I have no complaints. My only complaint is my welding helmet. This thing. This thing has been giving me an absolute fit. For some reason it just turns on or off when it feels like it while you're welding. So you know you've got the full glare of the welding going into your eyes randomly. I ordered a new helmet. It should be here Thursday. Anyway, this is my TIG welder. I'll show you. I think you've already seen my MIG, but I'll show you anyway. Hang on. This is my 180 MIG welder by Lincoln. I used to have a Miller-Matic 251. I absolutely love that thing. That was the best MIG welder I ever owned, but it was just too big for my home. When I used to have my own business, it was great, but bringing it back to my house, it really didn't fit. So I have this one now, and this really does the trick. Everything I need. For the most part, as you can tell, they look newish. I keep them covered. I always have them covered up, so you know nothing can hopefully happen to them. I don't have gas for this one. I only have gas for the TIG. Unfortunately, tanks where I am are so expensive. I have to swap these out, or I think that little tank that you see right there on the back of that welder was $280 basically, filled up with gas, but for tank and gas, 280 bucks. So I wasn't gonna spend that again just for this one. You know, I can swap the tanks if I need to. The wire in here is the shielded, so you don't need gas. It's always better to use gas with it anyway, because you get a much cleaner weld. So if I am doing anything that has to be good, look good, work good, I will swap the tank on, but I avoid it at all costs. Oh, and in case you missed it, these, if you're a welder and you have cats, these are a must. It's the only way to get rid of those little felines when they're in your hair when you're trying to weld. See what I mean? Oh boy. Anyway, this is what's known as a plasma TIG welder. I've only used this thing a handful of times and not at home. This right here is the TIG torch. You'll notice it's not, there is a tungsten in there, but it doesn't stick out like a standard tungsten does. Basically, this uses a mixture of plasma and electricity to do the welding. This is a very intricate welding process, and it uses specialized gas as well. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it uses 2 different tanks. I want to say it's a hydrogen helium mixture, and the other one is an argon CO2 mixture, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know this takes 2 tanks of gas. Yeah, anyway, if you ever heard a welder say how good he is, he could weld the snot on a raincoat, this is the machine he'd use to do it. It's so precise and intricate. Very good for jewelry making or very fine, thin stuff. Would you stop?